just roll it.
Okay. Besides some weird notes I made at the beginning, what language is this? I think I just mashed the keyboard.
Somehow you transferred your keyboard into Cantonese and
It's just it's all downhill from there.
Looks like it. Okay. We we finished the combat from last time because we had some assassins hidden in the tower that no one went to check. And after finishing with them, we decided to hide, lay low for a while because we clearly are being watched or at least searched for in the whole town. So I teleported back to the house and we decided to each person to do something different. Krell went to the arena to see if anyone finds the mark on the Jonathan's rifle and to talk to Mason, I think. Woods went to visit Granny, which we still don't know who is. Me and Joshua went to hire some cleaners. We hired five sisters, I think. Hansel went to the gnomes to know about the symbol, and he also asked for Wood's chargeford to be infused with poison. The very strong poison the assassin had. Also, Paige was a little paranoid, so he checked everyone's clothes and bodies for marks, including Woods, who just burst into Hansel's door, looked at him for a while, and then closed it.
I do remember that being quite the highlight.
That
But
was quite a highlight.
I do believe that's just about everything that happened.
Cool. I got double inspiration.
Not really how that works, but
I know.
okay, wasn't working for a hot second. Also, I had to go back through because I realized it was changing the volumes of it back to the default volume for some reason.
That is bizarre.
So everything was loud.
But it's roll 20, so it's not unprecedented.
I love how we never expect Roll20 to work.
Well, considering
mean-
it only works on like 2 different web browsers.
Yeah. I'm convinced like a bunch of like sea manatees just got down and made a website, and then they were like, "Yep, this is it. This is the peak of our power."
Like it works
Never need to
super
change it
good for
again.
like a lot of things, but then like one hiccup happens and it's just like, nope, we're done.
And it's like, well, that's a fatal error, my friend.
I did my best.
Like there's one that's happening right now. If you make a level 1 character in the Character Mancer, it will always omit like half of the information you put in. So then you
Yeah,
have to
that's
go
not
back
helpful.
into the Character Mancer and then just be like, yes, accept everything that I already typed in, and then it fixes it. And it happens every single time. Alright. So Woots is headed to Granny's house. And as Woots returns to Granny's house... God damn it, scroll bar. He is delighted to find that Granny Ann is in good health and snacking happily on some cinnamon bread as he enters the abode.
I think honestly, yeah, probably get in there. Granny?
Oh, why, hello there, dear. It's been quite some time. You've been gone so long.
Not some mighty adventures, although it doesn't seem that long ago.
Well, it
Is
has.
everything
It's been good, actually. Some delightful youngsters have been raiding about town and making things better for us common folk. A delightful pair, them.
Probably Joshua and Lyra.
good?
I think
Or
we
I
made
think
it canon a while ago that they live, like, down the street from each other.
yes, I've definitely seen an improvement. Although, well, I'm not sure if it's really a community problem. Well, I suppose it is. There's been a few troublemakers shooting around, if you haven't noticed.
Yes, I
You
had
anymore?
noticed quite a racket the other day. But you know me, I do try to stay in and out of the way of trouble when I can help it.
Woods kind of nods at that. And... Well, glad to see you're okay. Oh, I got some fun things I found. And I'm gonna give her, shoot, what do I have? I got a lot of stuff. I'm going to give her, I'm basically gonna give her the jewelry pieces I picked up from, the people on the island.
Alright.
Yeah, the stolen jewelry from the island party. I can't remember what the island's name was, but Woods never knew what it was, so. I found these trinkets on my adventures. Do you like them?
Oh my, they are quite lovely, aren't they?
I love how Woods is a kleptomaniac.
And Granny Ann just accepts that shit.
Yeah, they were dead. What were they gonna do with it?
Doesn't even ask questions anymore.
Woods used to just come into the house full of curtains behind him.
Can you imagine if we had that portable hole? Oh my god, everything would
Oh,
be
man.
robbed, taken care of.
Entire houses would be stripped.
Yep.
Of their carpets, and their curtains, and their bed sheets.
But our manor would look fabulous.
Exactly.
Their owners would return and be like, "What the fuck? Who does this? This is like the
Damn it,
most
Woods.
inconvenient robbery ever.
Damn it, Woods, we don't need another rug.
Where are we gonna put this?"
No.
No, you better figure that out.
The only more inconvenient robbery would be a guy who just enters, moves everything like 10 centimeters to the side, and leaves.
It's like the fucking guy at the airport who stole my birth certificate. It's like, why? What do you gain
the
from
fuck?
that? What do you gain from doing that? I don't understand.
Well, stupider things have been stolen.
That is true.
Wasn't there an interview of a guy who stole dish soap?
Wouldn't surprise me. I was actually just reading
Why
a
not?
story about this dude in Japan a couple months back, was literally stealing people's New Year's postcards. Stole thousands of them.
What the fuck?
For what possible reason?
The reason he gave was because he was feeling lonely and wanted to hear nice messages from people.
Oh, that poor guy. Someone should maybe check in on him.
And after they caught him the first time, they let him go just to arrest him like less than a week later for the same thing.
Ooh, that guy needs a hug.
The guy just stole cards.
Well, there was some kind of like lottery system that was also attached to him, so that's why they think he was trying to cover up doing that, but they couldn't prove it.
Oh.
Oh,
Because, you know, Japan's got to gotchify everything.
yeah, they love their lotteries.
But yeah, just goofy story.
Love it.
But yeah, Granny Ann's just sitting here watching as you just pile out all these stolen goods onto the floor.
They're all spread out nice and so she can see it all. I think I might keep that one. That one's actually a good luck one, I think.
I was like, Woods is probably just standing there with.
Oh, no, I think Woods kind of like sits down on the floor because he's pretty tall and doesn't want to ruin her couch. And kind of like crisscross applesauce, like a kid like showing their like parents something.
Yeah. Just like, Mom, look at all this stuff I got. If Woods could smile, there'd be the biggest grin stretched across his face.
Pretty much.
Put the mask on, the one with the Cheshire green.
That's the one. That's what you want to do.
Or that magic Sharpie that Woods uses to draw his eyebrows on.
Forgot about that.
We have the weirdest headcanons, but God help us if it's not hilarious.
The weird ones are always the funny ones, and that's when they're at their best. When they're funny.
Oh wow, there's so many and such diversity.
Some of them were actually exotic. I don't know where I got them from, but I think it was from when I was away.
Yes,
Where
some
did it
of
came
these
from?
are
I don't know.
distant make.
I think that's like the floor here seems to be made of floor sentence we've had so far.
No, I think we've actually had that happen.
Really?
Yeah, it's probably a nat one on a perception or investigation check, something like that.
It had to have been. Nobody just says something like that. But it
And-
would be really funny.
And if you
Oh,
don't
very-
mind asking, what are you planning to do with all these trinkets you've amassed?
Like Woods, like it's like asking him to plan ahead, and he's like, "Oh, I haven't really thought that far, but I have them." Here for a little while, just in case. Or did you rent out my hovel? Were you able to find someone? I know I've been gone for a long time.
No, I've always kept your place special.
I think Woods kind of like gives like a looks a little like happy about that. I can't smile. He would
It's all in the eyes.
pretty much. Good. Business hasn't been slow, has it?
Not terribly. In fact, it's actually picking up just a bit this time of year. It is getting
Customers?
colder and colder out.
Jackets?
Jackets, quilts, the occasional, I forget the word for them at the moment. Mittens, yes. Sorry.
Soft gloves.
Let's just gloss over the fact that I momentarily forgot the word for mittens.
Hand coverings.
Scarf.
The first meetings I ever saw was the name of a cat, so I always think it's a cat for some reason.
Seems to be a bizarrely common name for cats.
Well, yeah,
mean-
typically their boots are differently colored than the rest of their body, so it looks like they're wearing mittens.
Wow.
We call them boots here.
I call them Bam Bams.
Well, I called them both boots and mittens in the same sentence, so.
Well, and nobody said Bam Bam, so.
Never heard that one.
Because I think I'm the only person who does that.
Probably.
It's not my fault. I found the right way to do it.
I agree with you in this one.
Wow. Never thought I'd see the day.
The more we know.
So what are you planning on doing next, child?
Helping some of my comrades, friends, party members. I don't know what to label them yet. Friends, I
Are we
suppose.
not in psychic Discord call?
What?
Are we not in psychic Discord call?
Oh yeah, but I'm not relaying this message to you. This is. Hey, let me talk to my Granny Ann, okay?
This is private.
Okay, sorry.
I'm not relaying this back to you guys. You can interrupt it if you want. Seem to be on a path to do good, and honestly, when I'm doing good, I find a lot of interesting things.
Like,
Did you know there's this?
does.
Did you know there's this one fella who keeps on coming back? I might give him a hug the next time I see him.
I don't quite know how to respond to that.
I don't either, that's the thing.
Mm.
It has been quite a while. Why don't you stay a while and tell Granny of your travels?
Yes. And he gets like all his items together, like kind of collect them, put them back to the side at least. There was a wonderful place. Now I think Woods would go over the entire Fey realm or Feyland.
I must say, we're just gonna fade to black as Woods begins telling 3 years worth of adventure.
Well, it's been a week for him.
It was this big ball, this big yellow ball in the sky. It was horrifying.
I definitely tell her about the sun and how it will take your soul if you stare into it for too long, and your eyesight.
Granny,
But my comrade friends said it's fine, but I don't trust it.
Granny giggles at the notion, being a high elf who once came from the surface. Oh, Page has already made his way back to the house, if I recall properly.
Yes. Are we not going to have you speaking to yourself by role-playing Crab at the arena?
No, I absolutely hate role-playing against myself.
Oh, yeah, no, it's not great.
I feel like it just kills time that my players could be playing. It's easier just to relay the information later.
True.
Rose got a good point.
I don't know why I'm brain farting, but I cannot for the life of me remember what Hansel was doing.
I was
Yeah.
going to the blacksmith in town to see if they recognize the mark.
Oh, yeah. Miss, God damn it, I don't remember the names of my NPCs that we don't ever use. Carolyn Ironheart.
Carolyn Ironheart, what a name.
Well, considering that she's a copper dragonborn.
Oh, wow.
But,
It's time to make my way over there, see if really anybody recognizes this fucking thing.
alright. Yeah, you just go in to the blacksmith shop, and Carolyn doesn't recognize it, unfortunately, as one of the local smiths.
Damn.
And even some of the exotic traders amongst the market don't recognize it.
Damn. There must be like an industrialized blacksmith that knows this. How far back does the paper trail go in the blacksmith industry?
Well, maybe instead of an blacksmith is what's the name? An artificer.
Hmm,
Magical tools.
maybe.
Do you have any artificers in town besides
Oh.
the gnomes?
I don't. Maybe. I don't know. Do we?
Carolyn is actually a artificer.
Well. Well, shit.
Oh, and how about fizzer widgets?
Specifically an
went there.
armorer artificer.
I don't know if this is Fizzerwidget's realm of responsibility.
He did say he was an adventurer.
That is true, but I don't think he's tackling this mystery shadow organization. I think this has to be somehow related to them. I don't think they have like an offshore guy that they're getting these weapons from.
Not necessarily them, but like Jonathan might be a friend of that blacksmith.
Well, isn't the guy he reports to called Anvil? So definitely.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good working theory that the anvil might make them. In fact, I consider that to be pretty probable. I think I'll just tap into our psychic link and hit him with the nothing came of the investigation. I'll return to the house shortly. Where do we go from here?
Oh, have
That
the
is-
graveyard.
Wouldn't it be a religious symbol?
Ooh, it's an interesting question. I suppose it's not impossible. There are forge gods, or there's a forge god. I don't know.
I think the
There's a lot
forges
of-
Do you think the church is a cover-up for a forge?
Well, there's a lot of churches, so I don't know if that's possible. Got like weapon sweatshop hidden in the church.
I think I just tell that randomly in my story. I just a random thought. Hey, Granny Ann, is there a forge or cover-up church in the forge?
You walk into the church and open a broom closet, and it just opens to like the most intense forge you've ever seen in your life. Oh boy.
That is an hilarious thought. I am definitely going to use that in the future.
I'm about to say, it's not as if we have gone into other temples and have them be strangely not a temple.
Hmm.
One was a casino.
I suppose that might be something worth checking out later. I don't know about doing it right now by myself, because if I came across that alone, I feel like I might be in a good heap of trouble, considering the type of devastation Jonathan by himself was doing with these things.
Be like quite literally trying to rob a gun store with a knife.
With magic.
You can't rob a gun store. They got guns in there.
People have
That's what
tried nonetheless. Did not go well.
I imagine.
There was one I read about not too long ago. Someone came into a gun shop with a baseball bat. There was like 6 or 7 people shopping at the time. And like most of them had concealed carry firearms. And that dude got lit up
Yeah.
so fucking fast.
I mean, yeah.
Gunland.
That's us. That's America. We're Gunland.
And I want to say it was in Texas too. I'm thinking about it.
Texas is its own,
I
own
mean,
thing.
Texas is very open about their firearm carrying. You can walk into a 7-Eleven with your shotgun, and nothing would be wrong with that.
Yeah, I was about to say, concealed carry is statewide there. You do not need a permit for that.
I think that was a gag bit in a King of the Hill episode, which is
Would not.
exclusively where I get my Texas information from.
Oh.
This whole leg growth is really going well.
Well, I know a place we didn't check for symbols.
Oh?
Our local library.
Fucking
Not the
nerd.
Not the library again. The last time we went... Oh, actually, I haven't been to the library. Never mind. Spoon went to the library. Not
Well, say the last time we went to the library, we found more information on your hammer.
True.
And I wasn't
I
even there
think-
for that.
I
The
think
hammer wasn't
Paige-
intended for me at that point.
Paige will make as a sketch of the symbol and go to the library to check books of religious symbols or arcane anything.
Alright. Krell eventually meanders home.
Do I join Paige at the library, or do I rest my worn feet at home?
Good question.
Which one is more hilarious?
I'm a book guy, but two sets of hands are faster than one, and I'm taller than. Yeah, I'll help Paige out at the library.
I kinda wish my library was as big as this one must be. The only library in this town is fucking very small.
Well, it
Our
is
public library
it is a
bad.
temple devoted to a god of knowledge, so...
And if
So
anything's
that's what I need to
unbiased,
do.
it's knowledge.
Yeah, you just need to start a religion.
You know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to start a cult in real life. Cult of knowledge.
Yeah, every time anybody has ever said that sentence, it always has gone well.
Always.
Well, I don't think they'll ever say that, because most people running a cult don't believe it's a cult.
That's a good point.
Like, you know, the Manson family. Anyway,
Oh boy, I got somewhere.
fun times at the local library. and you're not really. You check out a lot of books on symbology. Because you don't even know where to begin. It could be a symbol of literally anything. But like known makers marks, religious symbols.
Known maker's mark. That's extraordinarily like what we're looking for.
Also, every time Hansel struggled to get a book of a high shelf, Paige just telepathically handed the book to him.
Well, it
Go off.
wouldn't be a problem because I
You can
don't have
fly.
mage hand. I can fly. Yeah, that works.
You're going to fly in a library?
Yeah, what are they gonna do? Stop me?
Doesn't make
Probably.
any
Kick
sense.
you out.
Well, for
Sure,
what?
you're causing a
That's not-
disturbance.
That's not dangerous magic.
He's
Yeah,
gonna
but
really
you are going to scare the children.
He's gonna
No.
amuse the
Look at 'em.
children, if anything.
The children will look at me and be like, "What the fuck? You can just fly? That's awesome!"
Why are you in the library?
To read.
Reminder that Paige always reads at the children's section because they have the best puffs.
Yeah, they have the best seats. Beanbag chair.
But yeah, dozens of books and symbols later, you're coming up empty.
Great. This is.
Quite
Well.
honestly, I give up.
Wow. Yeah, I gave up a while ago, man. I've just been putting books back. Let's get out of here. Maybe Krell found something.
Paige checks out a romance book before leaving.
Of course he does.
Romance.
Always.
I didn't have you pegged as a guy who reads romance.
Well, I like it.
Okay. If you say so.
Don't ask me for the name again.
It's not that evil.
Yes, you are.
But
You
it
were
would be,
thinking about it.
Might have been.
but it would be funny.
Usually is. Yeah, the rest of you return home all about the same time.
Before I leave Granny Ann's, I do want to ask her about the symbol, because I'll tell her my friends are having difficulties and I can hear their brains melting from here.
Brains melting.
Oh dear.
Yes, I would kind of draw out the symbol and ask her if she knows any artisans or people who make or have that symbol.
Unfortunately, it doesn't look familiar to me, dear.
Whew.
I wanted to ask him a few things. Well, is there anything you want me to find while I'm on my journeys for you?
Nothing in particular, but... No, don't worry about me, dear. I'll be fine.
Oh, what? Tell me.
Well, I suppose I'm in need of some new headwear. It's nothing too flashy, mind you. Just something to wear to Sunday service.
Where at?
The temple, dear.
Inglis looks confused. Is that new, or have I never been there before?
That might just been a you've never been there before situation.
Sunday service. And he kind of nods at that. Headwear hat. Yes, I'll try to find something good. Or make something even better. Yes. I don't know how to make a hat. I'll find something. And I think Wutsu would get up and like get ready to leave, but then he'll kind of stop and be like, "You haven't heard from nobody yet, have you?"
Come again, dear?
And kind of like, have you seen or heard anything about nobody?
Not for quite some time, I'm afraid.
Um, I think like what's really looks kind of like sad about that. Kind of nods. All right, I'll come back again soon. And like rushes out the door.
Alright.
Hmm.
So you arrive back home soon after each other, Krell having already been here for a while.
Damn it.
No, I think I got an idea.
Oh, do you now?
Instead of instead of us searching for it, you could just have other people search for us.
Paige, that may not really be as fruitful as we want, but I suppose it's not the worst plan you've ever had.
Krell walks out
Well,
of
we
the
do
living
have.
room. Krell walks out of the living room with a whole like concessions box of corn dogs.
What the fuck? Good God. I'm not even
May
gonna ask.
Like 2/3 of them are already eaten.
Well,
You find
may I have
anything out?
one?
Well, it looks like you guys kind of fell on nothing.
Yeah.
Hoping that's not the case, but
I got zero, zilch, nothing.
Yep.
Didn't
May I
find a
have
damn
one?
thing.
well, I do have some news. Page. Well, it seems a big spectacle match is going to be happening at the arena soon. Some kind of
Oh.
traveling fighter of some renown is looking for strong opponents. Myself and Paige as champions have both been invited to contest against them.
Oh
Well,
boy.
that sounds
Another,
fun.
another big fight. That sounds like fun.
Also, Crow, may I have a corn dog?
That's 3 times.
3 times. Paige wants that answer.
She throws one in your general vicinity.
Thank you.
Her being her, it probably hits you like straight in the collarbone.
Paige doesn't use his hands to catch it.
Like one of those super dense, thick, like Korean corn dogs. So it's like you just got hit with an actual wooden bat.
No, they're nice and soft and fluffy.
I mean, after the 3rd time, Paige was just going to steal it, so thank you.
Well, I mean, you could certainly try.
Stealing food from Krell. I've heard of sillier ways to die, but man, that's a big one.
So did you guys find out literally anything at all?
No, not at all.
Well, from what I've heard on your guys' mind waves, I think the church is a cover-up for a forge.
See, we thought about that, but I don't know how plausible that idea is.
But it's not ruled out yet.
It's not ruled out. I suppose it's not impossible.
Hansel, are you eating mushrooms again?
What?
Are you eating my mushrooms again?
No.
And would you think the church is a cover up for a forge?
I mean, if we go to a church that's a fighting coliseum gambling arena.
You know how much smoke a forge produces?
And do you know how much wood a church burns?
Not many.
It depends on the church, honestly.
Sort of metal. Ooh.
Besides, when have anomalistic inconsistencies like that ever stopped anyone with sufficient magic?
A good point.
What can I say? I'm a man of things, mostly words.
Alright. As everyone
Just
is
a matter of-
arguing over theories, there's a sudden sharp knock at the door.
Ooh. I'll get it, I suppose. Or maybe we don't have a peephole. Why would we? Oh well. If anyone tries to jump us at our house, that'd be a pretty fatal mistake. Hello?
It's like going to the wall to hide against the door.
Probably the cleaners.
This
Alright.
probably is the cleaners. That's a good point.
Yeah, you open up the door and are greeted by 5 small kobolds wearing French maid style outfits.
Oh my god, it's so
What
fucking
the? What?
That's
Oh.
adorable.
You must be the cleaning crew that my friend hired.
Yep. Their clothing is immaculate, and they wear aprons over their short skirts and high-necked bodices, which hide most of their skin. They move to greet you with smiles. One at a time, they come forward to introduce themselves. Greetings, Master. I am Meritina, and my duties will be to sweep and mop the floors. The second introduces herself as Annie, and she's been hired to dust and polish furniture. The third maid, Marion, takes care of laundry, ironing, and the linens, while Therese tends to the yard and pets. The last maid,
Oh.
Sophia, will help with general cleaning and can also provide minor medical assistance.
Well, well, welcome. Come in. Paige will show you to your, I guess not quarters, but area of operation for until you are called upon. Boy, that's a head scratcher. Paige, show them to where we need them to be.
Of course, and they just starts showing the house what needs cleaning most.
But we really need like a, because I mean we have a staff quarters. We don't have like a break room.
Well, I mean, the whole house is a break room, realistically.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Like, most people on our crew aren't doing their duties all day long.
That is true.
It's free to do whatever.
They were.
Scribbler takes care of the plants. I think Tisva did carpentering.
Probably should have wrote these things down.
Those are the hobbies I remember from mine. Oh, Druxus used it to take care of Maurice until, you know,
Until he died.
best.
Now we have 5 little dragon maids. Let's go.
Maurice is going to come back as an ox angel
Is it another
to aid us in our
Minotaur?
adventures.
Minotaur Celestial that'll come in our time of need?
We ought to get a statue of him made or something.
Yeah, that's.
Maurice, the best boy there ever was. Totally not stolen.
Which
You
I've
know what?
now.
In
Just
honor
trying
of Maurice, the statue should be stolen.
to... That sucks. That's not funny at all.
Making a mental note. Steel ox statue.
Get big broad statue of an ox made and then steal it. That'd be a productive use of our money. Hmm. What next? I'm liking this church could be a cover-up idea more and more now that I think about it. But that seems like the least plausible option. Hmm.
But yeah, also Paige makes notice to never take out the books from his room.
They must never know.
Because one of them worth more than the whole fucking town. And knowing Paige, the rest are probably cursed or something.
And you wouldn't want a poor kobold just trying to do its job to pick up a cursed book.
Exactly, so, you know, let's leave them be.
Woods would ask the maids to not go into his room space because he doesn't have enough stuff to be cleaned. It's just fabrics. He takes care of that himself.
I think they could wash the fabrics.
He will ask them to do that, but till then, no one's going in my room, and I'm going to run to it.
Hmm. Seeing the real childlike side of Woots is fun.
Yeah, it's kind of funny.
Hmm. Well, I'm in a complete stump.
Is the fighter going to show up at the arena?
Oh yeah, that's important. That's important.
You know, I forgot
Well,
to ask.
Well, I suppose if we want to know, then we go as a group.
I mean, I suppose they'll send a message for us. I did say we were interested.
Oh, good. So that'll be something to pass the time when it comes up. That's another good way to lay low, is to just find ways to pass the time.
Nothing better than a good read.
Hmm. I am still a bit. We have this thing, and I feel like we need to do something with it. This symbol.
But yeah, my idea from before, we could, before we do anything more drastic, we could just call the wolf to see if he knows. He does work at the organization.
This is true.
Yeah, but who knows if
Hmm.
he's even still in the city.
Yeah, they
Oh.
might have just bolted after we dealt with them.
Yeah. Well, my idea was, well, I had two ideas. The first one, we just post posters. Have you seen the symbol around town? And select a place that, you know, is not our house for people to come.
That's not
And
the worst idea ever, but it's also not the best.
yeah, and the second one, you could become an entrepreneur.
What?
Oh,
We make something that, you know, there are a lot of stalls in the market for food. You could make one of them and use the symbol as like a market, just, you know, as a normal shop symbol. Eventually, someone who knows the symbol will come to them.
You want to open a shop and use the symbol as our shop's logo?
Yep.
Better idea.
uh,
We
I
can use.
can't
We
find-
can make a fake church and use that as the holy symbol for some odd reason.
These seem like
That way-
horribly long cons.
these
Just to find a
As
weapons
much-
manufacturer.
as much as that first one was really not the worst idea, it would probably take a long time to actually have happen. Not just long in terms of actually finding somebody who knows it and is willing to come in and be like, oh shit, this is a general store, not not the weapons manufacturer. But also the time it would take to get a shop going and also get the inventory for a shop.
I did not say a shop. I said a food stall. There are tons of those in the market.
food stall. Well, that would mean we have a lot more competition, wouldn't it?
I mean, the objective is not to sell, just to be recognized.
I suppose, but if you want people to come by our stall, it should probably be at least a little popular.
Well, you work
Listen,
on that.
maybe we're just focusing too hard on the wrong thing.
I can give you some of my recipes.
Oh, I can't cook. There's a lot of things I could do.
No,
Cooking
hire
is not-
someone to cook.
Oh, so now we have to hire another person to cook.
Yes, another person besides the person we already pay to cook.
No, but for we don't want Shari to be in danger
want-
with the
Yeah,
food
you
stall.
want us to go hire another head chef for the food stall.
We don't need a chef, just a normal person.
What, chefs aren't normal people?
No, you can make. And
I
I can
meant
get
a
where Paige is.
commoner.
Yeah. I can get where Paige is coming from. You can make stuff in house, then have it shipped to a store's location
I
and
guess,
sell it
yeah.
there, rather at the kitchen.
Okay, we can double back to this idea later.
Yes, you know what? We can sell muffins and have that like I seen you frost stuff. We can frost that on top of a muffin or a cupcake.
I know a delicious recipe for chocolate muffins.
Okay,
Perfect.
listen, I feel like we are incredibly off track.
No, we are on track. This is going to happen. I'm gonna start breaking into the. I'm gonna
You just
start
want to
breaking
open
into.
a muffin stand, Woots. That's what
Yeah, you
just
gotta
want
get
to
a
open
permit.
muffin- You just want to open a muffin stand.
What's
What do you
wrong
need?
with
We
that?
just need.
There's nothing wrong with that. It's just we have a job we're trying to do, and the job is not open a muffin stand.
It could help.
I think
You're
you
not seeing
guys
the
need to
bigger
chill
picture,
out just a
Hansel.
little bit.
This is maybe gone a little too far.
You're right. We should start with the paperwork. I'm gonna break into City Hall, steal a permit, and a food license.
Maybe hold off on that. All right. Again,
You're right. We should get also a lot of space as well.
we're workshopping this idea right now, not putting it into effect immediately.
I think Wood's already gone.
Oh dear. Okay. Maybe we just need to sleep on it. Maybe some real ideas will just come to us naturally.
It's like midday.
Sleep on it in a sense of we just leave it there and like
Well,
don't focus this hard on it.
I missed second breakfast, so I'm going to have lunch.
Are you that stickler about your meals?
Always.
That's the
Okay.
one, yeah.
I mean, you just
You
had a
need to
corn
have a
dog
pet.
like 30 seconds ago, but
Have
You know how
I mean,
much
halflings
food
can
Paige
eat
eats?
a lot. Those guys are gluttonous.
And Paige is kind of double the gluttony of a normal halfling.
And Crow just
average
burns
shonen
enough
protagonist.
energy to work it all off.
Well, lunch it is then.
Hansel, you need to have a balanced diet, otherwise your body won't be able to, accompany your fighting. So you need to eat all your meals of the day.
Yes, I know the
Here,
3. I don't need 7 meals every day.
yes, you do. How are you going to survive without them?
I don't think
Pa-
you need them to survive. You just like having them.
Paige pulls up his schedule here. First, we have breakfast.
No, I know
He
what
starts
I know
nagging.
what they are. You don't have to tell me what they are.
Paige starts nagging Hansel about all the meals of the day and the snacks in between.
I'm not I'm not built like you. I can't eat that much food. I don't know how you eat that much food. I'm almost twice your size.
I think you're more than twice his size.
He's only 30 foot, right? Like 3
It's like
foot
3
something.
foot 2, 3'5", somewhere in
And
there.
I'm like
Paige is exactly 3 foot tall.
Yeah, so you're
3
like
foot.
twice his size.
I'm not 6 foot. I'm like 5'5". Hanzo is a short boy. He's 5'7", so I'm pretty close to twice his size. Yes, I'm almost
Ma-
twice your size. I don't know how you eat that much food.
Well, magic needs a lot of nutrients. Nutrients. Why did I say nutrition?
In... Okay. If that's what you believe helps you do magic.
Besides, the old caretaker, where I lived at the orphanage, could eat 10 times as much as me.
Uh, Paige, from what I understand of some of the powers available to me, I'm quite close to not needing to eat to survive anymore.
Well, that would be a very sad life.
Well, not.
He can
I mean, I
choose to
could.
eat, he just doesn't need to.
I mean, you're going the route of undeath as well. You should know.
Yeah, what
that
happens
they
when
don't
Paige
really
becomes a
need to
full-on
eat.
lich and just doesn't ever need to eat?
Yeah, but it's still going to eat.
That's what I'm saying. Is that once I no longer need to eat, I can just do it for fun. But right now, I've got the maximum capacity of food I can put in my body.
Well,
And
Oh
it's
my
not
goodness.
7 meals. What?
Now, Paige, when you become a lynch, you'll become all skin and or mostly bones, correct?
well, I am working on a spell for that.
So I wonder if you eat when you're all bones, do you remember eating so then you feel like you're eating?
Probably.
Oh,
Boy,
But I plan to have a full functioning body for the most part.
I didn't know we'd get into undead philosophy.
well,
I mean,
To
it's
eat
quite a
or
big
not,
step.
that is the question.
My whole plan for Lich is I don't have to be worried about stuff anymore, so I can do it on my time. Every 100 years I make a step towards my goals.
Oh boy.
you're a long-term thinker. That's good. What's your goal?
Well, you see,
World
I was on
domination.
I was on my old village. There were these ruins around. I don't know what Magic Kingdom left, and also I'm working on Paige's short story, and that's where it's coming from.
Oh,
Uh,
gotcha.
but there was these old ruins, and they had like this gigantic library. I think was the sorry, the half of the translation was missing. But they had this gigantic library with all the knowledge of the world, and I plan to rebuild that.
Oh, okay. I can get behind that.
For myself.
Oh, well, there it is.
Oh,
Okay. Well,
you
good
know
for
what?
you.
Yeah, if you collect knowledge, that's good for you. You know what? I'm gonna keep an eye out for a few books for your library and be like every time, because I don't know where I'm gonna be in 100 years. And be like, yep,
I know
Woods
I'm
got me that book.
I have a
I
pretty
haven't
good
read it
guess
in.
of where I'll be.
Where do you think you'll be in 100 years?
Dead.
Yeah, that's
I can
depressing.
help with that.
I really would prefer if you didn't.
Why do you want don't want to live anymore?
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that I think once
You are loved. You do not want to die. I will
I'm
keep on
not saying
reminding
I
you of
want.
that.
I'm not saying I want to die. You just keep interrupting me. I'm just saying that uh, once some of my longer term ideas are done, I'm probably not going to be in a state where I can actually live anymore.
Oh. Crow, do you want to live forever?
Yeah, let's start that flame war. Let's talk about immortality.
Never really thought about it, to be honest with you.
Quite a big step. You have about 41 years to think about it.
Wow. Good God, man. That's not cool.
Well, that is the lifespan of a goblin, so.
I know it is.
But I
But it's
can reset the lifespan when I reach 8 level spells.
But it's not like you go up to like a terminally ill patient and you're like, "Hey, have you thought about like what your what is it? Your inheritance? You should really think about that. You've got 4 years to do it. You wouldn't do that."
Well, I mean, some people out there do that.
Okay, well, maybe I'm just wrong. Maybe that's it.
You haven't experienced how shitty the world can be yet.
Perhaps not. No, I have to experience how shitty the American education system is first. And then I can go out into the world and experience how shitty it can be. But, well, I think we've really made a breakthrough here, gang. Not on the mission, of course, just our own mortality.
But on a lighter note, I think the group definitely needs some real R&R.
What are you suggesting?
Well, remember, well, you probably don't remember, but Paige probably does. Remember forever ago when we were looking for a nice bathhouse and we ended up in the one with all the miners?
I do.
That sounds...
Why did we never find a better one?
Good point.
Doesn't bode well.
Is this the sauna episode?
You gotta have one eventually. It's only been 70 sessions.
Ooh.
Is it really?
Yeah. This is number
Jesus.
71.
That happened in the first session?
What?
You said it happened 70 sessions ago, and this is 71?
No,
Is the
I
seventh
said we
session.
had to have a sauna beach episode
Oh,
at some
gotcha,
point. It's only been 70 sessions, this being the 71st.
Oh
That's a
no,
good-
that sounds like a very good idea.
Yeah, maybe some time to de-stress is what we need.
And it's not like I've had that map sitting around in the files for fucking ever. That was a thing we were gonna do, and then we just never did.
Well, when we get sick of looking for symbols we can't find, which I gotta tell you, is starting to look pretty soon. might be a good idea to do that. What could possibly go wrong at a bathhouse? Nothing. Definitely nothing.
Is it just me or that nothing just echoed?
I did say
Might
it
have been
twice.
just you.
You're telling me he's had a plotted map for this, and we expect it to be a normal, de-stressing, steamy bath? I don't think so.
Never.
Well, I do have a sign right here to my right on my wall that says, if everything seems to be going well, you've obviously overlooked something.
Well, yeah. Okay, well, maybe we consider that option after we eat. Because as it stands, we are not getting much done.
You say after we're done eating, but Krell and Paige finished their food 5 minutes ago.
I've just been too busy talking. This is a constant in real life as well. Anyway, I don't need to take this this sass. Oh Lord, I need water.
Not a bad idea. Stay hydrated, my friends.
Wait a moment. Max is going to drink water? That's a new one.
I know.
Must be out of
Wild.
goblin juice today.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. The 12 pack is empty.
I still got like
Let's go.
7, but I'm drinking root beer right now because I got a bit of a sore throat and the vanilla helps.
Ooh, very nice.
Speaking of water, it just started raining. Strong.
I say it's been raining this whole time. Got the window open. It sounds awesome.
As in for me, it's bright, sunny, and it's too fucking hot in my room.
Yeah, I guess with meals done, I can set up the next map, which I
Woods,
apparently
do you
forgot to.
get any benefit from like soothing baths?
I don't know. I've never been in one.
Okay, well we're going to find out. Because I can't imagine metal bones get like aches treated by nice hot water. Well, that's a head scratcher.
Alright. So, heading out and wandering around the richer parts of town, you eventually find yourself out front of the rather uppity-looking bathhouse called the Avalon. The first thing your senses detect is the unique smell of sulfur and other minerals, slightly hinted with the lavender.
Ooh.
The odors that
I like
envelop you are so alluringly different than those of other baths that it seems as if you that it almost seems to you as if you've stepped into a whole new world.
I don't like that turn of phrase.
Did we step into another pocket dimension?
No.
We're in the Feywild again. That'd be funny.
There's a dim
Oh.
illumination cast by a few oil lamps hanging overhead on the ceiling. I got a typo in there.
Well, this is nice.
The desk
Oh,
just
the
inside the
NPCs have
entryway.
names.
Yeah. So I know you're gonna ask. Almost like if I thought ahead months ago.
Oh, they do have names. That's wild. Can't believe it.
It's not as funny if you don't if you don't have them prepared.
At a desk sitting just inside the entryway sits... I put sits in that sentence twice. a lovely looking elven woman who introduces herself as Lena and welcomes you to the Avalon Bathhouse. It's our aim here at Avalon to provide cleanliness and comfort for both men and women alike. We have baths tailored to every need and preference, as well as massage services. Please do make yourself comfortable. She pauses a moment to look over her shoulder where a young male elf waits. My assistant here will help you with any requests you might have.
Maybe this place is just.
Paige is going to go with a massage.
Oh, I didn't have the roll chat pulled up, so I thought you just immediately rolled insight.
No.
That's what I assumed.
Still twice, I knew it.
I heard the sound come up and I'm like, oh, someone's rolling insight.
Somebody has to have rolled insight or perception. No.
No,
It was
Paige heard
Bitcoin.
both Paige heard both massages and bathtubs and thought, what am I going to do?
Well, I already know I want the bath. What kind? Seems they really focus on that customer experience. Whatever their run-of-the-mill standard issue is.
The younger man, who looks like your stereotypical scrawny nerd of an elf. Well, we have the high mineral baths to the back of the establishment, and to the right is a much less acidic spring. Each of them has their own unique qualities, but if you're looking for a full exfoliation, I might recommend the high mineral content bath. Oh god, that voice hurts to do.
I thought we were
well-
just pinching your nose.
I was, but you're just away
I've got-
where...
I've gotten to the point where I've done it so much that I can just kind of whip that out casually.
Well, I can't falsetto very well, so...
Fair enough, honestly. Voice work is a hard thing to do sometimes. And the people who are good at it are good at it.
Or they're so tragically bad at it that it's still good somehow.
True. Like everyone involved in the ocean dub of Dragon Ball Z.
Well, part of that
Vegeta.
was bad
Vegeta.
censoring as well.
Oh, sure. Like how they're gonna get sent to the other dimension.
Or, you know, Hiffle.
Was that ever like?
Yep.
That did not get said unironically on television. That didn't.
It
happen.
didn't get said, ironically, but on Gaz and Miz's shirts, Hell was changed to HIFL, and it was renamed the Home for Infinite Losers.
I cannot believe that's actually real. I thought Team 4-Star made that up.
Nope. That was in a lot of the American dubs.
Wow. That's a weird one. Okay, well,
I think it was in the games, too.
it depends on which game.
I remember way back in ye oldie 90s on the Legacy of Goku for the Game Boy Advance. It was
Ooh.
Hiffle in that one.
You're going for my time with that one. I think the earliest Dragon Ball game I had was Burst Limits on the 360. Not only was that game terrible, but it also used the most censored dub. But it used it had the voice actors from the original dub, so it was like Sean Shevell and Chris Sabat and all those guys.
Yeah. I tell you what, that game had the hardest learning curve with the first Great Ape fight.
Oh, sure.
Like, you either won or you were training for 3 more hours to try and get your abilities up. But,
I don't think I ever got that far. I just got bored. I
was
was
like-
also like 7 when I played it.
yeah,
so.
it was like 4 missions in, and it was like the steepest learning curve ever. And it was also based on quick time events to even do damage.
I
And if
couldn't
you
do
didn't
quick time
succeed, you
events
just took
until I
like a
was,
ridiculous
15.
amount of damage. Which, if you are underpowered, would just straight up kill you in one hit.
Ooh. Because who doesn't love a good quick time event?
I don't know, anyone who's ever played a Ninja Storm game?
Those were cool though.
I
Those-
still
those
haven't
were cool.
100%ed the story of Ninja Storm 4 because of the quick time events.
I couldn't be bothered. I played so much of it and the online that I just got fucking sick of it.
Alright, enough about anime video games and such.
Sorry.
We're here to enjoy ourselves.
We're here to take a bath.
And have people just like manipulate our bodies to make us feel better.
Really could have said that differently.
I think that is the single creepiest way to describe a massage.
Well, I haven't taken care of my skin properly in a while, so maybe peak exfoliation is probably good for me.
Do feel free to use any of the available rooms to get changed. There are
Oh, I-
towels and robes provided.
Great. Good.
Like ropes.
I think
Hey.
I'll do that then.
Yeah.
Yeah, Woots is walking out of here with like at least 9 of those robes.
Oh, most definitely.
They're soft and they're white and they'll look good. And I can make them into something else. A hat.
Krell being, well, the goblin she is definitely going for the high mineral bath.
Well, good.
And it is just like ridiculous levels of steam in these baths.
Where is the massage?
Right in the center. Where the
Okay, so
bench is at.
What? And I wonder what our mechanical companion will pick. Or if they're just gonna go around and steal towels and robes.
What's is so confused by this place? I know fleshy beings have to take care of their flesh, but I'm confused by this place. You guys willingly do this?
Well, not common. It's supposed to be more of like a treat for yourself for doing good or whatever. I can't explain it. I keep trying to explain human things to you, and I just can't do it.
Basically, you put robes so you can enter the showers and cover your parts. You can pick any of the any bath feels very good on the skin, and the massage feels even better.
Roots doesn't have skin.
Well, do you feel heat, Woods?
Yeah, like the sun. Did you feel that heat?
Terrifying, but yes. That was
They
only a
make it-
fragment. I can't imagine what it would be like in full force.
Yes, it's horrifying. Well, imagine that, but it actually makes you feel like good instead of horrible.
You fleshy beings willingly submerge your bodies in boiling water.
It's not boiling, it's just close to boiling.
You know what? Why don't you join Krell? I think she probably picked the best bath.
Well, Hansel's over here too.
Oh, Mayor Budfella.
Paige is going to the bath after getting his massage.
Hmm.
But yeah, the water is like brilliantly hot. Not quite hot enough to where it's uncomfortable, but the first couple steps into the water are a little toasty, but your body quickly gets used to it. And the unique combination of minerals in the water are quite good at exfoliating the skin and bringing about relaxation. It almost feels like all the dirt and grime that you've amassed over many, many years is just being worn away as all your worries kind of drift away for a while. Meanwhile, Paige is about to get the massage of his life.
About to get all the aches crunched out of him.
Quite literally.
Paige is gonna come out of there and he's gonna be 6'2".
Well, speaking of creatures over 6 foot, his masseuse is a 6'5", burliest you've ever seen in your life orc.
Oh boy. Oh, Paige is. Oh, that poor guy. He's about to really go through it.
Fortunately for you, he does have the softest hands you've felt in your entire life.
Oh.
Oh,
well,
great.
How about that?
How did they how did they get bulky and still have soft hands?
Because he takes a very good care of them. And, you know, lots of oil and lotion.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah, he lathers his hands in the nicely warmed oil and begins to go to town, massaging away all of Paige's aches and pains. Rather slow.
I'm not going to roleplay the moms from the massage.
I'm
Please don't, that would be awkward.
nobody
Yeah,
asked you to.
that's why I said I'm not going to.
But yeah,
Good.
his movements are slow.
Took me
and
to a
deliberate.
brothel with a pool.
That's not what the massage is. There are massages like that, but they don't give them here, I imagine. I think this is a standard bathhouse.
Some establishments will do that. This is a nice one. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm once again
You
is
would-
confused.
Well, I suppose the nice ones may, but if the books I've read are indicative of what they're like, they usually aren't as nice.
I don't think Paige would ever step willingly on a brothel.
Oh boy.
Anyway. Wood's just kind of hanging out on the edge there, or...
Kind of, but he's kind of like do I get in the water? Because once again, I'm playing my character as I would, and I think honestly they wouldn't want to remove their clothes. They have the rope over their clothes, and I think honestly, if they were to get in the water, they would get in the water fully clothed.
Okay. Well, who's
Yeah.
going to stop you? It's not like it's a hard rule.
That's just a complete misunderstanding of the situation type thing. That's totally up Woots' alley.
Yeah, I don't get this, but you got me more fabric. I'll wear it.
I'll wear it out. Very, very nice. Very, not what's intended, but I suppose I didn't expect anything else.
But yeah, Paige is getting the most transcendental massage of his life.
I couldn't even spell that. That's how you know it's wild. It's when the descriptor is fucking in Latin.
Have you ever seen the IT crowd?
Yeah, yeah.
You know that episode where they have the massage?
Yeah.
Roy has a massage.
What did I miss? I was typing.
Have you ever seen the IT crowd?
Don't think so.
Oh, you definitely should watch that. I am waiting for you to suddenly say the orc attacks you full on the back of the head and roll initiative.
No, you're fine.
Never. That would never happen. You would never get the drop on us from a position of safety.
It would never do that.
I keep saying it, I'm not that much of a dick.
We don't trust you.
Sometimes you just need a chill session to relax, but you keep putting yourselves on edge.
Sometimes.
Would I really name this many NPCs just to murder them off?
Yes?
I would think so.
Sometimes you just need to take some deep breaths and just. It's not so bad. I'm going to be okay.
Sure, because once again, your flesh is going to be boiling slowly. You're going to be tender on the inside.
Woots, they're not prepping like meat. I don't know what idea you have of this situation, but it's not anything like what you just said. What you just said was, we went by it like it was normal, but again, it was actually crazy.
But yeah, Woots on the other hand has never taken a bath ever, so first time
actually, I probably jumped.
Like first time ever actually getting clean.
Yeah.
Just years.
I probably jumped into that dirty river once in a while, but that's not. I don't count that.
No one should.
But like all the gunk and dust and debris, everything that's just been clinging to Woots' body forever is just dissolving into this warm water. For a brief time, Woots' body almost appears shiny again.
Can't say I ever expected
Feel
that.
about this.
Yeah, we spend the next couple hours in peace and comfort, just enjoying the small things.
Very nice place. Is there anything that I could steal?
Well, there are plenty of prepared beds and towels and robes.
And people had to put their belongings somewhere.
Yeah.
Wait,
So yeah, there's lots of like civilian clothes everywhere.
Well, that'd be fucked up.
oh, not cruel. Is there anything very nice though?
A lot of it's just plain clothes, but there are a few bits and bobs here that have some extra filigree around the edges to catch the eye.
There you go.
I don't want to leave them clothes. You know what? I'm going to steal that filigree. I'm going to cut off those edges.
Wow.
Just cutting off like half of people's sleeves and stuff.
Exactly.
Woots, I don't think I've ever seen a more bizarre thief than you in my entire life.
Eventually, Curl's gonna go for a massage.
And I once knew a extremely organized thief. And he was
Yeah?
weird.
I think at this point, Paige would probably join the bathtub as well.
Well, what did he steal? I mean, sorry. Find.
Really, he kind of scopes out his target for a long while, kind of figure out what they have, and then he makes a list of the things he wants. The last one I remember was there was a rare bottle of wine, a painting replica, a gold bar, and some jewelry. The problem the problem is not that he was stealing stuff. The problem was that he made a list of the things he wanted and went in sequential order.
My old village had a pie thief.
What?
A pie thief.
A pie thief?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
He
Nice.
stole pies.
Right, I understood that concept when you said he was a pie thief. Man. Things never got that bizarre where I was from. Well, bizarre to that degree. It got bizarre in other ways.
What's this bizarre thing?
Something I would prefer not to talk about. I suppose the easier option to pick out of the two I have is that a lot of kids learn magic really early. A lot of kids go on to be faithful to the Twilight Ward, which is what happened to me. I was a faithful, and I still am to a degree. I just haven't had the time to practice.
You know, that's one thing I never understood. Why would you
Uh,
give your life to a god?
Well, you can look at it as giving your life if you consider like 1 or 2 days a week dedicated to certain rituals, which I don't, especially because most of those days aren't dedicated to those rituals. I'm more so look at it as a beneficial exchange. Now, I'm not sure what benefit I'm actually providing the Twilight Ward, but I know that he provides me with the benefit of some kick-ass magic. So, kind of
Oh,
worth.
I heard from old rumors that gods gain power from prayers, so that's probably it.
Well, if that's the case, then it's a pretty good exchange. He gets power, I get power. It's the other one I'm worried about for the most part.
Well, what is the other one?
I'm pretty sure. Well, I'm not pretty sure. I know for a fact that it's a lich because
Oh,
he
cool.
told me so when he helped revive me. But I don't know his name. I don't know where he is, and he barely speaks to me, except for when I need new magic. So
He
I still
just revived you and left you through your devices.
basically, yeah. I'm still trying to. I tried to get into contact with him a few times through Ritual Circle, but nothing came of it. I still have one in Nevermore I haven't tried yet. So
Almost like liches in this universe have a habit of doing that.
fucking.
I mean, it's only happened 3 times so far.
I don't know if he's expecting anything of me, but the longer he keeps being silent about it, the less I am going to give.
Oh, he seems a cool fellow. I would like to meet him.
I don't know about that. Something about him feels malicious.
I mean, he is a lich.
That's not. It's not really what I meant, but yes, I suppose that's fair.
I still don't know the complete ritual, but I do know you need a lot of blood for the final part.
Hmm. No, I just more so meant that I think his intentions are malicious, not that the innate nature of his being is malicious.
Yeah, I see.
But again, I wouldn't know because he doesn't fucking talk to me. Kingston talks to me all the time because I have to ask him for magic. And I have to pray to him to get magic, so it's a whole
Oh,
cycle.
by the way, how is your prayer?
What do you mean?
Do you have a specific one? Do you just say, hey, can you give me power? Thank you.
Well, there are certain mantras, but I am obligated not to share them.
Sacrifice something.
That's my in-character reason for I don't know, because I didn't write any down.
I was going to say that. You just don't want to say that.
Anyway. But eventually, I would like to perhaps understand my patron on a deeper level, but I don't think he's interested in me doing that. So maybe just fuck him. I don't know.
And what about you, Woods? I saw you cast magic a few times.
Little tricks, nothing compared to your abilities.
I don't know, that darkness you managed to put down at the tower was quite helpful. At least for Crown and Page, because you and me were a bit preoccupied.
Yeah, I suppose it was.
Yeah.
Just something I can do, I suppose.
Yeah, sometimes that's how it is. Sometimes magic is just an innate power. It's just something you can kinda do. He had to read books, I chat with a god, and you can just do it.
Oh,
Krell,
not so much to just do, I'm limited in what I can do.
right. And
Aren't we
Krell gets
all?
magic through, I don't know.
Well,
I don't know how bards work. That's just honest. I don't know how they get magic.
think of magic as a wave around everything. When you make sound or produce melodies, you alter these waves suddenly, bards master that altering and produce magic with that.
Gotcha.
That's the best
That makes
description
sense.
I've ever heard of it.
There's a really good book, supplement book, made by a bunch of people. It's called The Compendium of Forgotten Secrets, and it's just a bunch of subclasses and warlock patrons. And I think there is a bard one called the Perfect Chord. Really cool. My favorite one though is the gelatinous convocation, because it's just a bunch of big fucking gelatinous cubes. I don't remember what they do, but they do it. They just hop throughout universes. It's great.
Yes, ye old dungeon Roomba.
That's what they
Listen,
do.
back in first and second edition, we taught you to be afraid of Jello.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I wonder if I still have that book. Because I know I was in a campaign where everybody except me played something out of that book.
On a side note, gelatin is made from ground up animal parts, so technically speaking, you could raise it as an undead.
Whew,
Oh
you
my
should
god.
stop saying words. Just ever.
Well, I think I heard a story about that. Yeah.
Just don't
Paige
say
is
any
going to
words.
make an army of gelatin.
Watch them jiggle.
Man's gonna make fucking Stay Puft from Ghostbusters.
Exactly. Paige is going to
Oh,
put, look, I reanimated that gelatin. Watch it jiggle.
man. The Stay Puft Marshmallow, man. That's funny.
Ugh. Does that mean it was a necromancer that created Flubber?
Oh my god.
I don't know if my mind is galactic enough to answer that question. I don't think I have that kind of insight. No, oh wait, here we go.
So a dead body is officially considered an object. But does that mean you could use animate object on it to reanimate it like that?
Ooh. I don't know.
So could you
Guess it
mend
depends on
the
the
body
wording
and
of the
then cast
spell.
Revivify?
We're asking a lot of questions.
Yeah, that's my favorite thing to do, learn.
You're gonna
We're in a
get
state of sheer
some Pinkertons at your
relaxation. The
house.
Gigabrain's coming out.
You're gonna get the Pinkertons set to your house if you keep asking these questions.
Who are the
Uh,
Pinkertons? I know who they are, just
Well, I mean, they can certainly try.
I mean, do they even have a jurisdiction in Brazil?
No. They barely have a jurisdiction in America. Well, it doesn't say it can't be a corpse. It just can't be any larger than huge.
Yeah. Anyway, speaking, you could animate a house if you really wanted to. Oh my
Why?
god, is
What
that
would you
what
get
Baba
from that?
Yaga's hut is?
Well, that's interesting. So wait, could we just like make a carriage out of this stuff and reanimated it? And we have a moving self carriage?
I suppose, but I don't think the spell lasts that long. I think it's like, I don't know, an hour.
Animate objects is up to a minute.
Okay, well, you're not gonna get a lot done in a minute, if we're being honest.
But you could get something really cool done in a minute.
This is true.
I mean, sometimes 1 minute is all you need.
I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole,
Yeah, that's oh boy.
which is an actual item that exists in D&D, by the way. Costs
10-foot pole.
Yep. It's specifically listed as weighing 7 pounds, and it costs 5 copper pieces.
Why?
And that's official material from the DMG.
What do you
It's
need love
supposed
for?
to detect traps.
Oh, that makes.
Also, I don't
Is it
understand
just
what
like
I said before was weird, so sorry.
is it just like a quarterstaff that has extra reach?
Pretty
That's what I
much.
thought.
Because
You
people
could
think
also buy-
people think quarterstaff, and it's like, oh, that's a good like 5-foot pole. No, that's like a 2.5-foot pole.
Yeah, that is just a stick for hitting people in range.
Also, you could buy a ladder, saw it in half, and you have two 10-foot poles for half the price.
I don't know. Are you struggling for 4 copper pieces?
I mean, no,
Hey.
but never hurts.
It was a bargain.
So let me get this straight. You bought a ladder. You sawed it in half.
You had to also buy the saw.
You had to also get the saw.
I mean, you could just borrow the saw from someone.
Yeah, you're gonna go to someone and be like, "Listen, I've got a great idea. Hear me out." So I got this ladder. And in your dream scenario, that person's going to go, "Oh fuck yeah, yeah, that makes sense. Let's do that."
Yeah.
Oh boy.
You could just also use like if you have a really sharp sword.
You couldn't do that. Because
Yeah,
you
but
can barely hold a sword, much less swing one with the deftness to cut through wood, not smash through it.
Paige takes from behind his ear the staff, grows just enough to hit Hanson in the head, and then goes back.
Ow.
Shut up.
All I'm saying.
Also, a ladder costs a silver piece.
So the whole thing didn't matter.
They're probably paying twice as much.
So
No, but a 10-foot ladder.
Yeah, a 10-foot ladder costs a silver piece.
Really?
I mean, if you wanted to find some traps or hit people from a distance, you could just use magic.
Some
Even
people
if you
don't
didn't
know
want to-
magic.
Even if you did want to learn the spell, find the traps, you could just use, like, I don't know.
Yeah, find
a piece
traps.
of thread.
Yeah, find traps doesn't actually find the traps. It just alerts you
Really?
if there are traps.
It just, oh, that's right. Yeah. You could just use, like, I don't know, a piece of red thread and your mage hand. That'll probably help you find any tripwires. Now, pressure plates, that's a whole other story. That's a good luck with that one, pal.
A chunk of meat costs 3 silver pieces, which is the same as a full modest meal.
Now, how much meat is a chunk of meat?
It doesn't say, it just says meat chunk.
It doesn't say.
I assume.
It's like
Hold on.
you know those processed hams that are like a block of meat.
It doesn't even have like a weight established to it. So
It's just
it could be anywhere from like a chicken nugget to a T-bone steak.
if I'm paying 3 silver pieces for it, and you could get a whole meal for that, this thing better be like a really good cut. and not just a fucking hacked off piece of cow.
Who said it was cow?
That's true, it just says meat. It could mean any fucking meat. It doesn't have to even be edible meat. You want purple worm meat? Here you go. We live in a strange world.
How does purple worm meat taste like?
Probably not good.
Probably poisonous.
Yeah, that.
They are venomous, but if they're poisonous, that's a different thing.
Yeah, are they innately like... I mean, they have venom. That's a fact.
I imagine it tastes like rubber.
Ugh. They are big, and all they do is like kind of go around all day. So it's probably not very fatty.
Like at least
Very-
90% muscle.
At least, yeah, mostly muscle. Probably doesn't taste like much because it's a giant fucking poisonous worm.
I mean, sometimes you find the best meats in the weirdest of places.
Do
One
you
place
have
you
an
gotta put it
example?
just
Laughs in currently playing a cannibalistic character in another campaign.
Oh boy.
I mean, I know there are people who likes to eat the eyes of animals, so there's meat in there for someone.
That's weird.
Oh yeah, dude. Like people like fish eyes. That's like a delicacy.
But, yeah, a couple hours pass, and we're at the peak of our relaxation. Like,
Good.
finally got the well-deserved rest we've kind of been owed for quite some time.
And it's back to work.
We eventually get dried off and meet back up together. Krell has just got a big old smile plastered across her face, and her hair is now braided for some reason.
She got that guy wrapped around her little finger.
Who said she got the same masseuse?
That's a good point. They probably have more than one.
Who was the masseuse for Krill?
Tiny drow woman.
Oh, lovely. My hair is just more poofy because it got wet.
Yeah, I'm about to say, it was real fucking humid in there, so...
It got real wet, got dried off, and now I'm just poof.
Afro's twice as big.
It feels nice though. Feels all soft.
Yeah, we settle up
You
our...
know how like you pet like someone like just to feel how fluffy it is? I think Woods is doing that to Hansel's hair.
Can you even feel that? I guess you can. You have to be able to feel fabric.
Oh yeah, but I'm more like it's puffy. You press it down, poof, it comes back up.
Yeah, I would be concerned if it didn't do that.
Anyway, we settle up our tab and begin to make our way back home.
At least steal some towels and 3 more robes.
Oh, definitely. As we make our way back home, that is where we shall end the evening.
Whew.